Tony, a seasoned investor with a knack for finding hidden gems in the stock market, will provide guidance and insights as we uncover the power of strategic investing and how it can transform your financial future. You may be wondering if a handful of stocks can truly change your life, but we're going to share this perspective on how just 10 carefully chosen stocks have the power to change your life and secure your financial freedom. It's something you won't want to miss, so click that. Additionally, sign up for Tesla Insights, and let's get this video going. The energy industry is going through a significant transition. Tony Seba's groundbreaking study has made a distinct way ahead. The days of coal's dominance are long gone, as the commodity has fallen to historic lows, and one that might completely transform how we generate, store, and use energy, once thought to be the key to a greener future. Natural gas has been surpassed by more economically and sustainably advanced battery storage, combined with abundant solar energy. Seba's revelation is nothing short of revolutionary. Solar energy is now more affordable than natural gas due to its fast declining costs, which represents a monumental change in the energy sector. This revelation emphasizes Bob Dylan's well-known statement, "The times are not always right." The energy landscape is changing, and Tesla is uniquely positioned to benefit from this seismic shift at the forefront of this transformative moment. It's important to note that traditional energy analysts have frequently underestimated the power of data and market trends, which has led to the overvaluation of conventional energy assets over the past 10 years. Almost half of the U.S. energy fleet has undergone retirement and replacement. According to Seba's study, these energy sources, which include wind and solar, not only offer cost-effective alternatives but also surpass their predecessors in terms of efficiency and environmental impact, which is a tribute to the quick rate of change. The idea of matching supply and demand distinguishes this from conventional energy generation. For example, consider owning a power plant that can produce 100 megawatts of electricity, but the demand is only about 50 megawatts. Amazingly, the fixed costs barely change at all. Here's where solar power paired with a mere 4 hours of storage turns out to be an economically sound and sustainable substitute for conventional energy production. According to California's research, clean energy will not only be sustainable but also profitable in the future. But it's crucial to realize that the majority of costs in the energy sector are related to fixed costs like purchasing land, infrastructure, and mining. Whether producing all 100 megawatts or merely 50 or 60, the total cost of building and operating the power plant stays largely constant. This highlights a vital component of the energy transition. Let's now explore the idea of the levelized cost of energy, which is a key indicator in the energy sector. It is computed by dividing the total cost of developing and running the plant by the energy sold, not the energy produced. Experts such as Adam Dorr and the think tank RethinkX have pointed out a sizable disparity in this process. The main problem is that analysts frequently assume that traditional power sources have a demand rate of 85%, but the real number is much lower. Reducing this mismatch between assumed and actual demand will have a significant impact, because as energy sources like solar and wind, augmented by batteries, continue to outperform traditional methods, there will be less demand for ladders. It's crucial to recognize that energy transmission results in losses, since this decline in demand dramatically raises the LCO because it raises the numerator in the calculation, which represents the cost of building and operating the plant. To illustrate the benefits of localized energy generation, let's compare solar and wind power. Although wind turbines need room, they can be positioned carefully in a variety of places, such as farms nearer to the source of electricity needed. An even more striking example comes from solar energy. Thanks to technological improvements, anyone can choose to install solar panels on their rooftops, which is similar to ordering solar panels for your own rooftop. The fact that it's getting more affordable to purchase electricity from the grid when you make this choice about how energy is generated is also notable. If we take a slightly bigger view, consider the process of setting up a new solar power plant for a utility company like Georgia Power. A few acres of land can be found and put into operation as quickly as the solar panels can be manufactured and installed. This process takes mere months rather than the years often required for traditional power plants. Locally, this solar power plant can be used right on your roof and used in your house or to charge your electric vehicle. In addition, these solar farms can be strategically located where they are most needed. Building a new coal or gas-powered plant to meet this demand would be extremely costly and time-consuming, but installing one or more solar farms in the area is a much more flexible and efficient solution. By doing this, we can minimize transmission distances, thereby reducing power losses across the grid. Wind and solar power, especially when combined with battery storage, offer unparalleled flexibility. It is much simpler to gradually scale up wind and solar energy production than to build a sizable conventional power plant. You can incrementally increase capacity as needed to keep up with the town's expansion. Decentralization of the grid is a benefit of this. The grid becomes more resilient as energy production gets more concentrated. What does all of this mean for fossil fuels and nuclear power? They find themselves trapped in a vicious cycle as alternative power sources become more competitive and the demand for traditional sources declines. This results in reduced revenue, which leads to higher prices, which are then attributed to the substantial fixed costs of traditional power plants, costs that cannot be eliminated regardless of how much energy they produce. This decentralization is essential to preventing widespread power outages, as demonstrated by the Texas situation where the entire state's grid failed. Self-sustaining cycle that gets harder and harder to escape, in addition to the fact that nuclear power and fossil fuels require constant, frequently rising extraction and manufacturing expenses. In contrast, solar and wind technologies are developing quickly and becoming more affordable. Battery storage, which is used to store and distribute intermittent energy, is also following this trend. This phenomenon is consistent with Wright's law, which states that every doubling of production results in a reduction in costs that foster innovation. Mining these resources is energy-intensive and becomes more difficult as reserves in STK diminish. The conventional internal combustion engine is significantly impacted by this change in the energy landscape. Oil and gas prices for vehicles are expected to rise over time. In fact, the foundation of these businesses may face existential threats, since conventional energy sources are limited and will likely become more expensive to extract and produce as reserves run out. Let's focus entirely on Tesla, a business that is positioned to benefit from this energy revolution. One word sums up Tesla's success story: batteries. Batteries, 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 more batteries, together with solar power, are the cornerstones of Tesla's energy strategy. These technologies are developing at a breakneck rate and are becoming significantly less expensive. As previously indicated, Generation X solar combined with batteries is expected to surpass even natural gas, which was, until recently, the least expensive fossil fuel for energy production. The fact that 4 hours of battery storage already costs less than natural gas is an incredible accomplishment. This proves that renewable energy sources, particularly solar energy combined with advanced batteries, are economically viable. The energy products and software offered by Tesla are state-of-the-art. Through a concept known as energy arbitrage, which involves buying electricity when it's cheap and selling it back to the grid when demand is high, Tesla is enabling energy providers and consumers to make money while they sleep. The trajectory of Tesla's stock indicates both the company's extraordinary success and investors' unwavering faith in the company. As we look ahead, the opportunities for Tesla and the energy sector are exciting and provide a glimpse into a more technologically sophisticated and sustainable future. In summary, Tesla is more than just an automobile manufacturer. It's a pioneer in innovation, a herald of change, and a representation of the boundless potential of human ingenuity and imagination. It's time to hear from you about Tesla's explosive growth and your belief that stocks have the power to change people's lives. Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. If you found this video helpful, please remember to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Tesla Insights. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you again.